Hey, my name is Alvin Poh. I sold my business for $30 million in 2017. If I were to restart everything, start from scratch, this is how I will grow a six-figure business in 2024. Here's exactly how I will do it. So here's the first thing. You need to know the difference between a service business and a product-based business. The business that I started was Vodian. Vodian was a service-based business at the start because we were dealing in web design. We designed websites for people. Then we pivoted and became a product-based business. That was the web hosting version of Vodian. You need to understand the differences because product-based businesses are very different from service-based businesses. In service-based businesses, you don't need to spend a lot of time, money, attention developing products. It could be actual physical product like this chair. It could be a product like web hosting. It could be any form of product. That is the expensive part. Now, in a service-based business, you're essentially trading your time for money. You're doing things such as copywriting, web design, email marketing, or whatever other service that other people want. For those type of businesses, you don't really need a lot of capital to start. In fact, you can start with almost nothing, just like how I did it many years ago. And that's how I would do it today if I had to start from scratch over again. This is very different from startups, tech startups in particular. If you're looking at developing a next Uber, Airbnb, those require a lot of capital. You need a lot of capital to rapidly grow, rapidly expand in many different countries, develop apps or websites. That costs money that sometimes you don't really have. So let's break down the numbers. Six figures could be $100,000 all the way to about $900,000. You can look at $100,000 at the start. $100,000 a year is basically about $8,000 a month, $2,000 a week. That's very achievable. What do? Find the 4P's. The 4P's is what I'll use to frame what I have and understand how I can actually create a business in a niche that's aligned with what I want and what the market wants. So here are the 4P's. The first is passion. You need to know what you're passionate about. Like for me, one of the things that I loved was playing around with the computer, understanding how computers work, developing things on the computer. And I did this when I was a kid. When I was like 10 years old. That was something that I absolutely loved. I spent hours on the computer. That was my passion. Somebody else might have a different passion. Somebody else might have, a passion for numbers. Maybe they spend all day long crunching numbers, looking at numbers, playing around with numbers. Financial modeling, accounting, finance, that would be perfect for somebody like that. So find your passion first of all. Understand what is it that drives you. Understand what is it that you would spend loads of time on. And you wouldn't feel like it was work. You'll enjoy the process, you'll like spending lots of time on it. That will be your passion. Now, passion is not enough. That's where we go to the second P. The second P is purpose. Purpose is essentially the why behind the things that you're doing. Why is really important. I have a friend who is in the health space and she's looking to develop a product or service in the health space. She's in deep tech. She's looking to solve Alzheimer's. Her why is basically because her family all suffers from Alzheimer's. And she wants to solve that, not just for herself, but for her loved ones and for anyone else who would suffer from Alzheimer's as well. That's a very strong why. Having a strong why is crucial because that is what's going to set you apart from everybody else. Somebody else who's in it just for the money is not going to stay up as late as you are. It's not going to be thinking about the business as much as you are. It's not going to wake up in the morning raring to go as much as you are, and you are basically going to be able to go the distance having a very strong why. That forms your purpose. The third P is basically understanding what your proficiencies are, and that is your skill set. What are the skills you have? Do you have anything that's high income? And high income skills are a variety. It can be designing websites, just like what I did when I was a kid. That was something that businesses would pay money for. And I realized as a teenager that when businesses were willing to pay for that service, I could go out and pitch, my business to them and they would actually take up contracts with me, delivering upon those websites that they wanted. And that's a form of high income skill. It can be anything that you're looking at. If you're good with words, you could be a copywriter, you could be a comms person, you could look at somebody's public relations, branding. All these things are all possible once you have a high income skill. You just need to develop it. How do you do that? Make sure you get the knowledge. You go for courses, find information online that teaches you. These are all readily available. They are found on YouTube or any website out there. You can even go to the library or even pay for a course. That will give you the knowledge that you require to become somebody that has a high income skill. With that, you can then go approach businesses and sell your product or service to them. And that brings us to the 4th P, which is problem. Problem is essentially what's happening in the market. Now, if you have purpose, if you have passion, if you have a proficiency to deliver upon them, but there's no problem, then you are going to have a problem because nobody wants that service that you have. So your goal is to find out what problem exists in the market and whether or not businesses are willing to pay for that product. This is something that you can do very easily by just asking business friends. If you know anybody that is in business or is working in a business, ask them, the problems that they face. Are they facing problems with marketing? Maybe they want to get their word out. Maybe they want to reach more customers. Then they'll need things like copywriting, social media, marketing, video creation, anything else that helps them market their brand. It could be something to do with sales. Maybe they want people to help them with their conversion process. Maybe they want people to help understand, how to actually structure these things in their business. Maybe they just need help with somebody that's really good with phone calls and being able to set appointments up in their business. Maybe they need really good salespeople that can walk their prospects through the product or service that the business has so that they can actually convert and become customers. All these are all high income skills that you can do in the sales niche. You can even look at the fulfillment area and understand how your skill set, your proficiency, your passion, your purpose can help a business with their fulfillment as well. Customer service was a huge part of what we did at Vodian, and that's something that businesses would be willing to pay for. Maybe you're really good with customer support. Maybe you're really good with understanding the customer. Maybe you're really good at working with the customer, in which case you can be an account manager, a client servicing manager, or anything like that helps the customer understand how to use a business's products or service and get success using that. So that's the 4 P's that I would use in order to create a business from scratch so that I will develop a 6-figure income in 2024. I think the main thing that you need to do is understand that this is not a one and done thing. You've got to constantly test and iterate. You've got to understand what works for you, what works for the market, try to piece that together and really create a business that creates that value that other businesses want so that you can sell your service to them. That is how I'll create a 6-figure business from scratch in 2024. If this helps, comment, let me know what you think, and more importantly, subscribe so you don't miss the episode where I share a business tip or show you how you can optimize your life.